2019 BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe review. The BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe, when you want over a 3 Series but under a 5 Series. BMW has decided irrespective what you want away from a vehicle, whenever their car to suit. Small convertible? Sure. Big SUV? Check. Big SUV that has a sloping roofline, thus it doesn't have much trunk space or rear headroom, but it really looks slick. Obviously. All BMW needs will be a pickup. In true of the 2019 BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe, the only really objectionable thing may be the name. After all, the Gran Coupe is in reality a four-door hatchback together with the coupe-like profile. Size-wise, it's basically a 3 Series sedan, and you get some nice trim and equipment upgrades. As such, several Series Gran Coupe answers the question, what should I buy if I such as 3 Series but I would not like the expense or dimensions of a 5 Series? The 4 Series Gran Coupe is comfortable and quiet on the highway and offers an appropriate amount of performance. However, rear headroom is tight, along with the hatchback body offers just the smallest of cargo increases on the 3 Series sedan. If choosing a 4-cylinder engine, several Series Gran Coupe looks much like its lesser sibling in some recoverable format. Depending on how you perceive it, a few Series Gran Coupe is either a tremendously obvious choice or perhaps entirely consternating one. When it launched, the Gran Coupe was without much within the way of direct competition. However, there are some compelling alternatives. The Audi A5 Sportback looks even sleeker and possesses more cargo capacity. Or you might also evaluate the Kia Stinger, which comes with increased equipment for your price and punches above the weight class with regard to driving dynamics and quality. What's new? After last year's refresh, adjustments for 2019 are minor. Navigation is actually standard, as they are Apple CarPlay, which is a free annual trial. After the year has risen, you will need to pay to sign up fee to hold using it. The car's much like the 3 Series. We believe BMW's 4-cylinder engine is simply fine for many purposes. But since the Gran Coupe is supposed to be a somewhat more upscale car, splurging with the 440i and its inline 6-cylinder engine is sensible. It offers smooth and strong power with merely a minor hit to fuel economy, therefore you get better standard equipment. Consider also receiving the executive package and convenience package for your added safety equipment they provide. Trim levels and features. Despite the name, the 2018 BMW 4 Series Gran Coupe is often a four-door hatchback using a sedan profile. 2 trim levels can be obtained, 430i and 440i, with what's within the hood being the principal distinctions. The 430 is turbocharged 4-cylinder, comes with a compelling mixture of performance and fuel economy. The 440i carries a more powerful and nearly as efficient turbocharged 6-cylinder engine. Both models are offered with rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive called X-Drive in BMW speak. An 8-speed automatic is the one transmission available. The 430i is motivated using a turbocharged 2.0-litre 4-cylinder engine, 248 horsepower, 258 pound-feet. Standard features include 18-inch wheels, LED headlights and fog lights, automatic wipers, a sunroof, an electric liftgate, power folding and heated outside mirrors, auto-dimming mirrors, keyless entry and ignition, a rear-view camera, dual-zone automatic climate control, ambient lighting, power front seats, driver seat memory settings, a 402/040 split rear seat, simulated leather upholstery, adjustable driving modes, and tire-mounted shift paddles. Infotainment duties are handled by an 8.8-inch central computer screen with navigation, as well as a 9-speaker sound system that has a CD player, a USB port, and HD and satellite radio. Apple CarPlay is standard, using one complimentary subscription. You'll primarily upgrade towards the 440i due to the turbocharged 3.0-litre 6-cylinder engine, 322 horsepower, 332 lb-ft. You also get power lumbar adjustment with the front seats, proximity entry, hands-free liftgate operation plus a Harman Kardon premium head unit. Many optional packages are normal to both trim levels. These include the convenience package, which provides heated front seats in conjunction with blind spot monitoring and adjustable lumbar support about the 430i, the executive package, which adaptive headlights with automatic high beam control, a surround view parking camera system, automated vehicle parking and upgraded leather upholstery, along with the driving assistance package, which provides adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist and forward collision alert with low-speed automatic emergency braking. You can also win the Gran Coupe's sporting capability together with the M Sport package that contributes performance tires, a sports activity suspension or adaptive suspension for the added fee, a sports activity steering wheel, more aggressive looking front and back styling, as well as the contents from the convenience package. The track handling package has non-run flat performance tires, upgraded brakes, adaptive suspension and variable ratio sports steering. Notable standalone options include 19-inch wheels, heated front and back seats, a heated tire, a head-up display, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, and wireless device charging. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically is available in multiple versions which are fundamentally similar. The S on this review provide our full test with the BMW 430i xDrive Gran Coupe Turbo 2.0 litres inline 4, 8-speed automatic, AWD. Driving. The 430i Gran Coupe's driving dynamics are difficult to criticize but in addition hard to love. Acceleration is adequate, however, not lively, as well as the handling leaves you wanting over the all-season tires provides. But so far as sleek luxury sedans go, we certainly don't mind it. Acceleration. BMW's turbocharged 4-cylinder has decent thrust, nevertheless the Gran Coupe is usually a heavy load to deal with. What's more, there is really a significant delay between after you press the pedal then when the real power takes over. The Gran Coupe required 6.3 seconds to arrive at 60 miles per hour, that's acceptable yet not quick. Braking. The brakes are perfect in both everyday traffic along with heavy braking. Pedal travel is incredibly short and feels immediately responsive. And now we didn't experience any performance degradation during spirited drives. The Gran Coupe located a stop from 60 miles per hour in 128 feet, which can be a bit lengthy to the segment. Steering. Steering effort is variable depending about the drive mode: Eco Pro, Comfort, Sport or Sport Plus, using the ideal weight in Sport mode. Comfort mode is wonderful for parking lots and freeway cruising. All modes have a great return to center, as well as the hefty controls feels good with you. Handling. The handling feels rewarding on account of a well-tuned suspension. But our test car's tires produced a lot of tire squeal around corners. They aren't meant to sustain a spirited pace for too long. Stay below the tires' limits, though, so you'll enjoy your time and effort behind the wheel. Driveability. The 430i is simple to drive in low-speed traffic even though throttle is often a bit lazy on the onset. Fears a decent quantity of torque from the line as well as the transmission shifts are smooth. Auto stop-start remembers your settings on or off despite you turn off of the engine. Comfort. A quiet and soft ride for the highway could be the defining characteristic with the 4 Series Gran Coupe. It's good at keeping passengers comfortable, as well as the 430i does well with just about any long freeway journey or commute. The climate control's operation is usually a little odd, though. Seat comfort. The front seats are snug but a little bit narrow for drivers with wide hips or shoulders. The length on the driver's bottom seat cushion could be adjusted. But even at shortest setting, perhaps it will feel too much time depending using a driver's inseam. The back seats are happy with decent yet firm bolstering. Ride comfort. Ride comfort is particularly good inside default comfort setting. Sharp impacts are nevertheless felt, but they are a lot more than adequately softened. Sport and Sport Plus modes are decidedly firmer and feel beyond character. We kept it in comfort for many of our tests. Noise and vibration. There were no rattles or squeaks within our test car. The faint growl in the tailpipe only becomes noticeable with all the windows down. Otherwise, it's actually a quiet cabin both inside the city and within the highway. Fears some minor road and wind noise, nevertheless it's lower than the segment average. Climate control. This BMW climate control system is often a strange duck. There is no way to sync the dual zones, and also the auto setting button doesn't alter fan speed in any respect. The air conditioning blows cold and also the heated seats work adequately on their maximum settings. But below how they leave a little to be desired. Interior. The Gran Coupe's interior is comfortable, with not too difficult access to your front seats and also a good driving position. Rear visibility is subpar, and also the sloping rear roof pushes you to duck down when entering into the back seat. Is useful. BMW's iDrive infotainment interface isn't immediately intuitive, but it's likable once you discover how it operates. Otherwise the cabin layout is easy, with a lot of controls at the fingertips. A few often used buttons take time and effort to find to start with. Getting in, jetting out. Sliding in and from the front seat is straightforward because the seats are with the right height for almost all adults, plus there is no need to duck from the entry. But the high beltline and sloping rear roof line make things somewhat more a hardship on second-row passengers. Driving position. The driving position has a good amount of adjustability. The door panel and center console armrests, they fit at a comfortable height likewise. Roominess. There's an abundance of legroom with an average-size adult, both front and back. Front headroom is sufficient, adequate for just a 6-footer. The rear middle seat is really a bit tight, and rear headroom has limitations. Even at 5'8", you might be brushing your hair within the headliner. Visibility. The sloping rear roof line impinges upon rear visibility. The massive windshield offers a decent forward view, though the big windshield's pillars and rear pillars alike create significant blind spots. Quality. For an auto in its range of prices, the 430i Gran Coupe is lavish and well built. It has soft touch surfaces almost on the areas of frequent contact, and our tester was without any squeaks or rattles. The panel gaps are smaller than average and even, along with the paint quality is top-notch. Utility. As a hatchback, the Gran Coupe is less utilitarian than we want. The cabin storage for small items is abysmal, and cargo space falls behind direct rivals. Accommodation for car seats is merely average. Small item storage. A tiny center console, ultra-slim and shallow door pockets, and cup holders which might be only suitable for regular-size soda cans mean you will be keeping your main paraphernalia within your pockets. Cargo space. The Gran Coupe has 14 cubic feet of cargo space, which is simply 1 cube greater than the 3 Series sedan and 3.5 cubes below the 3 Series wagon. The Audi A5 hatchback has 21 cubes behind the trunk seat. A narrow opening also restricts use of loading larger items, even though the seat is down. Child safety seat accommodation. 3 anchor points within the back on the rear seats and 2 sets of latch points may be visible due to contrasting plastic covers, but tough to squeeze your fingers into. Most child seats will fit from the back on the Gran Coupe without issue, but installation will require a little bit of hunching over. Technology. As is typically the situation, BMW's proprietary technology can be a strong point. Their tracking devices, voice controls and upgraded stereo audio are all nearly perfect in several series, but device integration could possibly be improved upon. Audio and navigation. The optional Harman Kardon head unit is superb. Sound quality, even for the highest of volumes, is undistorted and clear. Every navigation command is well understood, plus the map is on the crisp display. Smartphone integration. BMW's iDrive system works quickly, nonetheless it has a great deal of layered menus to locate through. Apple CarPlay as standard however requires a regular membership. Android Auto is just not available. 2 USBs in the beginning allow smartphone connectivity. Driver aids. A rear view camera through an excellent display is standard, but other driver aids are optional. Our test car had the executive package $2,100, which added a 360-degree camera, automated parking and automatic high beams. Voice control. Voice controls were flawless within our test, along with the prompts may be interrupted to try and do your commands, which isn't the way it is in some systems. Song selection, navigation destination and speak to commands were understood initially, anytime, thanks on the BMW system's natural language recognition.